Good evening, everyone. Welcome to tonight's broadcast. We are here live this evening on YouTube and Facebook covering ongoing major tornado outbreak again this evening here across portions of the central U.S. We're going to be talking about ongoing severe weather. We do have active tornado warnings that we want to get right to here on the radar screen this evening. Really, we've got storms all the way stretching here from Texas all the way up into Missouri. Joining us this evening is my partner, Rob Salso. Rob, great to have you here on the live stream with us this evening. Let's kind of take a look and jump right in to our radar here. So as you can see here, we do have a pretty big line of supercell thunderstorms this evening. I don't have the warnings on here, but just kind of giving you a big picture view. This going all the way from west of Fort Worth all the way up here into southwest Missouri, stretching up through Springfield, and even stretching back here into portions of Kansas. Got a big line of storms coming here, about to come into the Topeka, Kansas area. So let's get right to it. Rob, what do we have on the board right now here as far as our watches and warnings?
So we currently have a confirmed tornado warning on the board for Washington and Adair counties in Arkansas. This just came out when we basically started the broadcast. It's going to remain until 7:45 p.m. for these counties. This is going to be 4 miles west of Lincoln, moving northeast at 50 miles per hour. This is radar confirmed. So if you're near the cities here of Lincoln, you need to be in shelter. Prairie Grove, Farmington, into Fayetteville should be in shelter. This will be heading toward a major city in Fayetteville, so that's definitely something to keep an eye on.
Yeah, that's this storm right here that we're looking at on the radar screen here, guys. So again, this right now, like Rob was saying, radar confirmed tornado. Let's take a look at the velocity. Yeah, you can see this is basically just on the south side of Lincoln, Arkansas. Really tight couplet showing up here on the radar on this storm right now. So if you are in those areas that Rob mentioned, Lincoln, Prairie Grove, Farmington, Fayetteville, Greenland, all of these areas, you need to be taking your tornado precautions at this time, getting to the lowest level of your home, inside, away from any windows and doors. If you have a basement, get there. If you're not in a house, you're out on the road, get into a sturdy building, whether that's, a store, gas station, something, just, get into a safe space. Rob, how fast is this storm moving here?
It's moving at, I believe it said 50 miles per hour. Let me double check really fast.
Yeah, that
50
sounds
miles
about
per hour northeast. We have 2 more confirmed tornado warnings, by the way, Joey.
All right, let's go ahead.
So we have this one that's going to be for 10 miles east of Deepwater. This is for southeastern Henry County. 11 miles west of Warsaw, moving northeast at 35. There's also a radar confirmed tornado. This will be heading toward Tightwad, Brownington, and Truman Lake. So make sure you are taking shelter if you're near those areas. We have a second area of circulation. I'm not sure if that's a different tornado altogether or if that's part of the warning itself.
That does look like it could be a separate one.
Yeah. This is
almost like a double tornado, yeah.
Yeah, multi-vorticity. That's going to be near Warsaw as well. So these are pretty much right next to each other. Again, northeast at 60 miles per hour. Also quarter-size hail report in that storm. Look at all these PBS markers, man.
It's a ton of them, man. A ton of them. And just to give you guys a bigger view here real quick, Rob, I'm switching back over here. So this is all here. Here is Kansas City, Missouri. So this is kind of southeast of Kansas City, Missouri. There's Jefferson City, Missouri that you can see here. So all of these storms here are moving off really basically to the northeast. We've actually had a lot of training thunderstorms. This is going to eventually be heading up here toward the Columbia, Missouri. It'll be crossing the interstate in that area. So we have, again, like what Rob was saying, we have multiple these confirmed dangerous, deadly tornadoes that are moving through these areas. And I mean, we've got storm stretching all the way back here, on even all the way down into Texas, northwest of Dallas, Texas, that we're keeping an eye on. I mean, we've got, a ton of warnings out here, Rob. Just an absolute slew of them. And go ahead.
So the CC drop, which is where the debris is.
Oh yeah, there it is.
Right to the southeast of Tightwad, Missouri, right now.
Wow.
So that's gonna be moving to the east-northeast here. That's gonna, I think maybe southern Tightwad took a direct hit, like right here in this area.
My brother is up in Minneapolis, and he just sent me a video of the storm that's going through up there. He's at the baseball game, and they've got a rain delay with that. I mean, this whole complex. There's actually a severe thunderstorm warning, believe it or not, up there in Minnesota, even out of that whole area there. So yeah,
That's
yeah,
some hail right there.
Yep.
Hail.
So, but let's take a look back at this tightwad storm that we're looking at here. Oh yeah, you can see the drop there, just kind of southeast of tightwad.
Right there, man.
Yeah.
Yep. So this is it, right around this where the debris is lofting in the air, which is.
Yeah, it's not a huge CC drop, but it's definitely
No.
definitely there though, for sure. So I can see why they've got that confirmed tag on that storm.
Oh, new scan just came out, a little bit bigger right there, east of Tightwad, directly east now.
Yeah, that's what I was just noticing. It's basically due east of Tightwad right now.
So there's one here by Warsaw, so I'm guessing there's multiple Warsaws, because we see this one, and I'm guessing this is the other one near Benton County, right here, possibly.
Yeah.
So yeah, very dangerous situation. This is gonna be, wow, ACE is at 4,000, so these are no longer surface based, is what I'm thinking.
Yeah, Michael, on that southern
Elevated, sorry, not surface based.
Yeah, on that southern tornado warning, the one that's kind of southwest of Springdale, there are a couple different storm chasers that I see out there. Michael Cradlock's out there. I checked in on his stream. James Hilger, he's out there on that storm as well. Looks like he's there on the interstate. They're on Interstate 49, kind of just south of Fayetteville.
Yeah, look at the debris ball there, right, just southwest of Prairie Grove. That's where your tornado is going to be, right around there.
Yeah, that's basically right. Michael Cradlock, he's just west of Prairie Grove, so he's probably coming into Prairie Grove. So I'll keep an eye on his feed, and see if we see any sort of damage or anything like that. But it looks like he's
Farmington needs to take shelter. Farmington does.
Getting some pretty intense hail there.
These are definitely rain wrapped, if I had to guess. I mean.
Oh yeah, no, it's complete HP there. Definitely complete HP,
yeah.
for sure.
Yep.
So we'll definitely have to keep an eye on that this evening. Prairie Grove.
Oh, looks like it dropped off a little bit right there near Tightwad. So maybe weakening.
Yeah.
Hopefully. Maybe less debris being lofted. Be nice. Look at the rotation. It's still there.
Yeah, it's still pretty strong, but definitely not quite as much.
We've also had like destructive severe storms, like for 70 to 80 mile per hour winds and just 4-inch plus hail.
Yeah.
So
hey, breaking news here. We got a new tornado warning here southwest of Fort Smith. This is a new tornado warning. This is for south central Sequoia County in east central Oklahoma and northeastern LaFleur County in southeast Oklahoma. That goes till 8 o'clock central. This is a radar confirmed tornado on this. This is heading right now just around the Shady Point area south of Panama. This is going to be heading up here toward Tahona, and then eventually up here toward Murray Spur, Spiro, Scullyville, Fort Coffee, and Braden. This is all kind of southwest of the greater Fort Smith area here. So that is definitely breaking news there, coming here from Oklahoma into Arkansas with this confirmed tornado. We can clearly see here on the reflectivity where it's sitting. It's also got quite a big hail core. Yeah, this is basically just around the between Shady Point and Panama. Wow, that's quite the
wow, man.
Notch there. I mean, that notch that you can see on the reflectivity is pretty powerful there. So I can see why they put that radar confirmed. Looking at, oh yeah, even on the correlation coefficient, we've got just on the northwest side here of Shady Point, seeing some debris, it looks like. Yeah, right in there. So that is your debris signature. So now it's just moved. It basically just crossed US 59. It's right between Panama and Shady Point as of the last scan that just came in here.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, exactly. You see it really clear there on GR level 3 there, Rob. So if you're on the east side of Panama, between Panama and Rock Island there, really over here between Panama and Tahona, there on Country Road D1275 there. I mean, this is basically going to be headed right up there, probably coming near or just east of the Spiro area. You need to be underground, Scullyville and Murray Spur up toward Coal Creek, as this storm is moving off here to the northeast. This is moving at 30 miles per hour. 30 miles per hour. Heading in the general direction of the Fort Smith, Arkansas area, right there on the Oklahoma-Arkansas border. So that is a dangerous situation going on there. Also, new tornado warning up here for this storm here near Greenland. That's the one north of it. This is, again, a radar confirmed tornado here. This is for east central Benton County, northwestern Madison County, and northeastern Washington County there, all in northwest Arkansas. That's going till 8 p.m. Central. This is confirmed tornado located over Greenland, moving northeast at 85 miles per hour. 85 miles per hour, Rob, on that one. That is just flying. I mean, this thing's going to be rolling. It's probably just crossed Interstate 49. I'm not sure if Hilger's seen any damage there. Looks like he's on 49. Yeah, so I think that just crossed the interstate. Basically, he's over in West Fork, so that is a confirmed one there. We've got multiple confirmed tornadoes here this evening, guys. That we're trying to keep up with here as best we can. So
Back at this. See what this one's doing. It's in Missouri. Oh wow, barely changed. Still on the ground. I believe. Let me check. Yep, radar confirmed. Still on the ground, just west of Lincoln, in Missouri.
wow.
Let's see if there's a CC drop on that. Maybe a little bit right here.
Yeah.
Not hard to tell.
All right, let's go to that one that you're talking about there near Lincoln. Let's take a closer look at this. With this tornado warning, yeah, that one's not looking quite as organized as it was. If it does have anything, it's kind of here on the west side of Lincoln. It looks like basically kind of between Tightwad and Lincoln is where we're seeing that strongest rotation, but it's definitely more broad than it previously was. Not seeing that intense gate-to-gate shear. It's definitely got a more broad look to it a little bit. Yeah, but again, still, if you're in the Lincoln area, especially on the west side, Lincoln, Palo Pinto, up here toward Coal Camp Junction and Coal Camp, all of these areas, you need to be in your tornado shelter at this time. Again, this has been observed. This was located near Lincoln, moving northeast. This one's moving at 60 miles per hour. Again, all these tornadoes are moving really, really fast. Yesterday, they weren't moving quite as fast. Some of them 25, 35 miles per hour, but these ones, these storms are absolutely flying. These things are coming literally in like a freight train, basically, which is really, really scary. Obviously now it's getting dark out there. Not quite dark yet, but sun's definitely starting to set out there with it being 7:30, so only another hour or so of daylight for some of these places. So really, really, really dangerous situation here in the Lincoln, Missouri area with that crossing interstate, US 65, sorry, not interstate, US 65 there around Lincoln and Coal Camp.
Mm-hmm. Looking at this storm back here near Shady Point, Oklahoma, I believe that is. So we got a scattered debris here right south of Shady Point.
Oh, yeah, that's that far southern one there. That's that. Oh, yeah, new tornado warning just issued now, Rob, on that storm you're talking about. This looks like it's the new warning that they've thrown on here actually has it going south of Fort Smith. So this might be more of a right mover that we've got on this, it's looking like. So this is for northwestern Sebastian County and northeastern Leflore County. So Sebastian County is in Arkansas, and northeast Leflore County, that's in Oklahoma. So this is right on the border at 7:34. This is radar indicated rotation. This was 3 miles east of Panama. This is moving northeast at 40 miles per hour. Tornado golf ball size hail on this. So they have downgraded that still to just a radar indicator rotation with that new warning that that came out. Yeah, it just took you a second for it. I'm like, you should be getting it here in a second. So that's that new warning. This will be crossing Highway 71, it looks like. Basically, it's headed right for that radar site, Rob. This thing's basically making a beeline here for the radar site there in Fort Smith. So definitely be keeping an eye on that. Also, guys, there are a ton of severe thunderstorm warnings still out here. I don't want to overlook all the severe thunderstorm warnings. We've got multiple severe thunderstorm warnings. We're talking even this one south of there. This one has that tornado possible tag on it. We could be seeing 70 mile per hour wind gusts with this. Also, it's got, a lot of these have some, penny or nickel size hail on them with this whole line of storms that is moving across here. Northwest Arkansas and now through southeastern Oklahoma back into Texas. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different tornado warnings right now that are on the board. That we're keeping an eye on. This one down here near Fort Smith, radar confirmed. I want to come back up here, Rob, to this one that's coming here into Springdale with this new tornado warning in the Fayetteville area that was issued a few minutes ago. That's
oh, look at that.
That's crossing. Just crossed. Yeah.
That's not good.
Because that's the one that crossed the interstate near Greenland. This is radar confirmed. This is now, as of 2 minutes ago, located over Drake Field Airport. Moving northeast at 45 miles per hour.
Oh, wow.
So,
look at that.
Yeah. Yeah, you can
Thankfully,
clearly see the
thankfully,
CC drop on that.
thankfully, it missed Fayetteville. That's a
Yeah,
great
it's
thing.
south of Fayetteville, but it might have hit the airport there. That's what they were
Yeah.
saying. Right over there's an
Yeah.
airport there, kind of just on the north
Wow.
side of Greenland. So yeah, that thing
That is-
totally. Let me play this back. I'm gonna show this here real quick. Put this in motion.
Oh. Wow.
Oh yeah, it went right over the airport, dude. Went right over the northern side of the airport. Might have even hit the runway there. Fayetteville Executive Airport at Drake Field. This is now it's over here. It is east of Fayetteville Country Club. So this is going to be coming right into Baldwin here on Highway 16 again, guys. This is a confirmed tornado on this storm here. So it's coming here into a Baldwin and then over here toward Lake Sequoia Park here. This is on the east side, southeast side, I'll say, of Fayetteville. Thankfully, it is staying south of Fayetteville. Fayetteville, highly populated area. But again, Baldwin, if you live in Baldwin, Arkansas here, try to remember which state I'm in. Baldwin, Arkansas, you need to be
Yes.
taking your tornado precaution at this time. This thing's going to be coming right over these houses here in Baldwin and southwest of Baldwin, here along Highway 16. Basically, just crossing South Dead Horse Mountain Road right now. That's Highway 57. So this is really a serious situation there coming right. Yeah, you see that, Rob?
Yep.
So that's going to be coming into Baldwin. I know that's quite the drop there. So.
Yep.
So.
If you're living near.
Oh,
any of
look at the new
these-
scan that just came in, Rob.
Oh my goodness.
Just south of Baldwin. I think it's going just south. It really is becoming more of a right mover. So really, if you're over near Harris, between Baldwin and Harris, this thing might even be headed right for Harris. It's definitely almost moving more easterly than northeasterly. So Harris to Baldwin, anywhere in there, you really need to be taking your tornado precautions. Also up here toward Goshen over to Crossroads, Harris, Tuttle. Tuttle. Yeah, exactly. All of these areas here
Well, yeah.
need to be taking their tornado precautions with that confirmed tornado
Wow.
that's going on there. Let me check what's going on back up here in the Lincoln tornado. That is looking definitely still broad, but definitely still pretty strong rotation there. Wow, look at that, Rob. Yeah.
Wow, man.
Yeah, that thing's definitely doing some damage, unfortunately.
Wow. That's just. Wow. Yeah, if you guys are. I'd say if you're in between Strain and Harris, you need to be in your shelter now. Like, you need to be.
Cooper Moon asks if is Jeff City on. What state are you referring to there, Cooper? Drop me a comment here on the chat, and I'll definitely answer your question.
We have a new tornado warning that just came out. Yeah, this one's gonna be extending to Huntsville, Hinesville. Let's see what this says here. PDS tornado now.
Oh
Joey.
my goodness, is that the one that we were just talking about?
Confirmed large and extremely dangerous tornado was located 3 miles west of Elkins, moving northeast at 50. This is a particularly dangerous situation. Take cover now. This is confirmed on the ground. This will be near Withrow Springs State Park, Wesley, Tuttle, Mayfield, Forum, Best, Goshen, Fayetteville, Hinesville, Huntsville, Elkins, Marble, Alabama, Clifty, and Sonora. This is a large, extremely dangerous, potentially deadly tornado on the ground. Please take cover now, guys, if you're near this area.
Yeah, this is really, it's just crossing Highway 16 right now there, basically headed up toward Goshen and Hinesville. Hinesville's a fairly populated area. This is all, kind of southeast of Springdale and that area here, all again northwest Arkansas. We're tracking these storms. Let's see here, James Hilgar, I'm not sure if and that's the other thing, our storm chasers aren't really able to keep up with a lot of these storms because they're flying so fast. Cody Hudson's there. He's on the east side of that, so I'll keep an eye on his status there with this storm.
It doesn't. The rotation definitely looks like it's gone down a little bit, but you can just see the outbound winds are very strong. On this rotating couplet.
Yeah,
so
for sure. If you flip over actually to Tulsa radar and look at it, you can actually see the rotation on the velocities a little bit better off of Tulsa's radar rather than Fort Smith. I'll take a look at it. Yeah, Tulsa's radar, honestly, believe it or not, has some of the best view, even though it's further away.
Wow. Look at that.
So you can clearly see, yeah, exactly that rotation there on that.
You see, yeah, it's here. Little spot.
Yep. So that's gonna go right into the Goshen area.
Yeah, unfortunate, man. We have another tornado warning for Benton County, Missouri now.
Yep. So it looks like they just. I think did they trim that?
I think so. I'm not too sure.
Let's see. I think that's just an update. Tornado warning just now.
It's not on the ground. That one.
Yeah, that's the one that one's the one that was expiring there in Benton County.
Yeah.
That's kind of back west.
Yep.
All right, let's take a look at our storm down here near Fort Smith. This is literally coming right into basically right to the radar site. Like we can't even really get a good view of it, but it's right around Bonanza and that area, Bonanza and Enterprise. So that's
over here.
Yeah.
It's hard to see, guys, because here's a little radar 101. When you're really close to the radar has to refract really close to what objects are near it. So it's kind of hard to see stuff because there's something here called the cone of silence. So everything that's near the radar, it can only go out so far, the radar beam. So if it's too close, sometimes it'll give us a false reading.
Yeah, it's not giving us accurate measurements per se.
No. Right.
So that's why sometimes we'll flip to another radar that may be farther away so we can get a better look into the storm. But the thing also, Rob, that we want to mention too for our viewers, when we're looking at, say, Little Rock radar or Tulsa radar on the storm, you're, 100 or 200 miles away from that. So your radar beam is hitting the storm much higher up in the storm than the radar that's right there coming in actually closer to the ground. So there are definitely trade-offs when we're trying to track especially the velocities and stuff like that. You have a hard time seeing that. But yeah, this storm here down south Fort Smith is so close to the radar that we're really not able to get very good data on it. But basically, again, it's probably just around the Enterprise or White Bluff area. In that area is kind of where I would say some of that strongest rotation is showing up on that particular storm.
For sure, man. Yeah,
all right, let's come back up to this one here, Goshen. It looks like looking at that storm there, Rob. Still likely on the ground here, just on the east-southeast side, I would say, of Goshen, maybe just south of Goshen. The correlation coefficient signature definitely has weakened a little bit, but it's still there, basically just south of Goshen. But definitely has kind of dropped off a little bit in terms of clarity on that.
Somewhere
but
in that area.
Yeah, that really, believe it or not, when you look at this whole line, this is one of those QLCS, basically, tornadoes. You can see this whole arcing line when you zoom out, and where that little notch is, that's where that tornado was. Thankfully, it does look like maybe it is cycled out a little bit, but again, Hinesville, Goshen, don't let your guard down on this storm. Still could easily put down another tornado at any given moment with that storm there.
Definitely, for sure. We knew it was going to be a long night because of how the models were looking, and we knew the QLCS rate was going to increase because of the low-level jet, which helps, the storms move faster and also become more dangerous.
Yeah.
Because of the,
and then they kind of congeal together into this
Right.
line that we're seeing
They're
develop.
forcing.
Like look at the southern end of this line here down in Texas. That's kind of coming in. I mean, that's just really
Wow.
impressive seeing how all those storms kind of lined all up together. And Nick
So
Smiko, he's out there. Let's kind of
all the
check
way
in
up
on
to
him. I know
Minnesota
he's on the
almost.
southern end of that. Here's Nick Smiko's stream. So yeah, we still got some daylight there. He's in the Decatur, Texas area. So out ahead of that main line there. And I know a couple other people are out there as well, it looks like.
A couple 7 discrete cells over here. Nothing too crazy though.
Yeah, kind of east of Sherman. Headed over toward Paris, Texas. Those couple cells. Keep an eye on those.
Yeah, for sure.
Our Lincoln Coal Camp storm, they did not issue a new tornado warning on that storm. They did issue a new severe thunderstorm warning on it, though. So that is good news on that storm up here in western Missouri. That severe thunderstorm warning is for southeastern Pettis County there. That goes till 8:15 p.m. Central Time. Again, this storm did have tornado conditions with it earlier, but it has weakened now. So thankfully, they did not have to issue another tornado warning with this storm cluster up here in Missouri. But still, a lot of severe thunderstorm warnings here for 60-mile-per-hour winds. Penny-size hail in a lot of these places here southeast of Missouri. Also, big story, too. We don't want to forget this. We've got a ton of flash flood warnings out here as well.
Mhm.
I mean, pretty much the entire Kansas City Metroplex area here is under this flash flood warning. That goes for another 25 minutes with these training thunderstorms that they've had. They've gotten 2 to 3 inches of rain, could get another half inch to an inch of rain. With this line of storms here coming now into the Topeka, Kansas area, where they've got these severe thunderstorm warnings. Again, a lot of 60-mile-per-hour winds, penny-size hail, quarter-size hail, on a lot of these storms here in eastern Kansas. This is all going to be coming into St. Joseph, Missouri, over toward Kansas City, Missouri, up here toward Maryville.
They even got a Mezco discussion saying 2 to 4 inches of rain through 4, which is pretty much midnight, 11:30 p.m. I like how they said that right there, 11:30, so it's easier to tell. More flooding for Kansas City. So Kansas City, you are not done yet. When these storms move and traverse east, northeast, this will be affecting your area here. Olathe, Kansas, same thing with you. Overland Park.
Yep.
All those areas. So.
Yeah, all these storms kind of here west of Interstate 35 that are kind of traipsing off to the east-northeast. It's going to cause another round of heavy rain. Maybe not quite as long duration, but still, they've already had a ton of rain here from Kansas City, points northeast, all the way up to Trenton. So that is definitely, another hazard when it comes to this severe weather system are these flash flooding that we're seeing. And Rob, explain the graphic here that you're sharing with the viewers here. What is this that we're looking at?
This is the excessive rainfall outlook. So if you can see here, so you know how we have marginal, slight, enhanced, moderate, high? Well, this is showing the rainfall severity for the day. So as you can see, Kansas City, you're under a slight risk. So a slight risk of flooding, anywhere from 1 to 2 inches of rain, possibly even more amounts. Parts of Arkansas, southern Missouri, parts of Oklahoma, you're in that moderate risk of flooding, of even more rainfall with these training thunderstorms, especially with this line coming in here. So a lot of training storms anywhere really in these areas. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a lot more in western Kansas City. I'm kind of shocked they didn't put a moderate because of all this stuff coming here, but definitely for portions of Fort Smith, Russellville, Batesville, Mountain Home, Branson. These areas really going to be seeing a lot of rainfall from this incoming line of storms. So that's just something we're looking to as well. It's not just about the severe weather. The flooding is definitely a big part of this entire outbreak. So, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you, Rob, for explaining that.
Looks like we have one confirmed tornado warning on the board, I believe, unless that's expired by now.
No, they looks like they did just issue a new tornado warning on that Lincoln storm. They had issued that severe thunderstorm warning, which we were just talking about, but now they've issued a new tornado warning. This isn't confirmed radar indicator rotation, but they did issue a tornado warning for southeastern Pettis County. There in central Missouri. This goes till 8:15 p.m. Central Time. This is 8 miles northwest of Cole Camp, Missouri, 10 miles east of Windsor, moving northeast at 30 miles per hour. So still seeing some rotation here within this line. Yeah, you can basically see it there, kind of northwest of Cole Camp. It's broad, but I think it was smart for them right around here around Spring Fork. Basically, is where there's that little bit of rotation that's now kind of starting to pick up on the radar. If you flip over to the velocities, Rob, right around Spring Fork, that little north, go north. You're right in there.
Oh,
yeah, that's why they issued that tornado warning, seeing that a little bit of gate-to-gate shear on Spring Fork with that. But again, so that is now in effect. So we've got that tornado warning. Let's come back down here to our one that was confirmed here earlier, down here near the Huntsville area. Let's take a look at that again. So what are we seeing on there?
This one that's near the Fort Smith radar, or the one north of it?
Yeah, no, the one that's north of Fort Smith radar here.
Oh, I see it. Gotcha.
We'll come right back to that because they did just issue a new tornado warning on that storm, Rob, right as you were saying that.
Yeah. Yeah, this one. Gotcha.
Yeah, so still a little bit of rotation in there with that. But definitely looking a lot weaker. Wow, look at this one. Let's go back south to Fort Smith. So this is a confirmed tornado, radar confirmed tornado warning, radar confirmed tornado warning. This is for Franklin County, southeastern Crawford County, and northern Sebastian County. They're all in west central Arkansas. That goes till 8:30 p.m. This is located near Barling, moving northeast at 60 miles per hour. So, yeah, this is basically just on the south side here of Barling near Fort Chaffee. This is going to come here toward... it's right around the radar site, man. Right over here toward Central City.
Oh, wow.
Over here toward Lavaca. And then kind of keep traipsing off here to the east-northeast through Beverly, Vesta, Cecil, eventually up toward Popping, all of these areas. So things are definitely continuing to move. Again, this is radar confirmed.
Scan just came in.
Yeah, I see that new scan that just came in. Let's check the correlation coefficient. Yeah, there's definitely some drop here right around Central City. It's kind of disorganized, but in that vicinity, somewhere in there, I think it's actually just west of Central City. Look at the go to the reflectivity, Rob. Yeah, see that little notch there kind of between Bering and Central City? That's kind of back where your tornado's sitting in. Right in that little notch right there. So circle that. That little notch. Well, yeah, just kind of west of there, I would say. A little bit. Yeah, right in there, that little green area. Right there, yeah. And then let's flip that over to the correlation coefficient.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Same lot right there. But...
might be just east of there.
I think it's more over here.
Yeah, I think so too. I want to see how close that the correlation coefficient and the reflectivity were. Oh, it just got a new scan. I think the reflectivity was just a scan behind. Yeah, it's basically right around Central City. Right around Central City there. Yep. So again, this is a radar confirmed tornado that we have potentially doing damage in Central City. Here, this is basically east of Fort Smith. That's going to be heading right toward Lavaca. This thing's basically coming right up here, up 255, Highway 255. So if you're traveling along Highway 255, that's where this circulation is headed from Central City up toward Lavaca.
Yeah, exactly. I see it's almost hard to see because of the it's a diversion couplet. As you can see, it's more of a linear couplet in a way, but there is a little notch right there. And
Yeah.
that
New tornado
yellow,
warning, new tornado warning. This is that storm north. This is for northern Madison County and eastern Carroll County in northwest Arkansas. That goes till 8:30 p.m. This is radar indicated rotation. This is 3 miles northwest of Huntsville, moving east at 60 miles per hour. So yeah,
right there.
right around that Hartwell area. Yep, just south of Hartwell. Seeing that clear rotation there, basically just south of Hartsville, west of Huntsville. So that's going to be traveling right along that US 412 corridor. So if you live along that corridor, you need to be taking your tornado precautions between
I would say
Huntsville and
Harmony. South Harmony needs to definitely watch for this.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Old Alabama, same as you, Alabama. I think this is going right in between these two cities, Old Alabama and Alabama. That's my prediction.
Yeah. Just got a new scan on that. There it goes. So it's weakened a little bit, but still right there on the northwest side of Huntsville, I'd say, is where that rotation is.
Yeah, right here.
Yep. Oh. So again, that is, still that basically that QLCS line embedded tornado there. So
that's your notch right there. This little. So looks like I got a new scan on. That was just reflectivity scan. Yeah, I would say definitely Harmony, Old Alabama, and into Marble. Definitely be keeping an eye on this for sure.
New tornado warning. This is over south of St. Louis. South of St. Louis, we've got a tornado warning here near Festus, Missouri, Peevely. This is radar indicator rotation. This is for west central Monroe County in southwest Illinois and central Jefferson County in east central Missouri. That's going till 8:45 p.m.
Wow.
So, yeah, take a look at that, Rob. Look at that.
That little hook.
And this isn't even anywhere within our watch area. This is out ahead of that whole storm complex. This is nervously tracking into north, basically moving north here into northeast. It says moving northeast at 20 miles per hour. So not moving super fast, but this is basically right here along Interstate 55 there. I mean, Festus is a fairly populated area. So,
yeah, here's your fourth flank
downdraft.
That's where most of the wind is going to be coming down from this side of the storm from the base, and then you have your hill core here in the middle where that dark red is. And your rear flank is going to be in the behind of this notch here, so that's your rear flank. So it's a little bit of storm dynamics for you guys.
No, I appreciate that for sure.
Yeah, see the velocity again. It's if there was a tornado, which there isn't right now, it's going to be right here in this little bluish greenish area.
These tornado warnings, they just keep coming one right after the other here.
Illinois was St. Louis. Never mind. It was the same one.
Yeah.
So, Festus, Valmeyer, Waterloo, Columbia. Columbia is a very large city as well. So.
Yeah, those are all St. Louis suburbs, really.
Yeah, they are.
I mean, go ahead.
We had some pretty strong storms in St. Louis last week, actually.
Oh yeah, I mean even just on Friday. Yeah. I mean that
Yeah, on
was that
Friday.
EF3 that we had roll through the northwest side of St. Louis. I mean those pictures that I saw even from the St. Louis Arch was absolutely really really insane. We've got new tornado warning update. New tornado warning update here in northwest Arkansas. This is for northwestern Madison and eastern Carroll counties. This is a confirmed tornado. Confirmed tornado.
Where is this at?
Located over Huntsville, moving east at 60. Radar confirmed tornado. So this is going to be moving into these areas here. Yeah, keep it there, Rob. That's perfect. This is going into Withrow Springs State Park, Huntsville, Carrollton, Dry Fork, Rudd, Cannibal, Melton, Connor, Marble, Forum, Coyne, Alabama, Osage, Urbante, Delmar, Berryville, Green Forest, and Rule. Here in this is in northwest Arkansas. This is basically coming right up here to who is that? That's Cody Hudson. He's up there on that storm, kind of northeast there in Green Forest. So definitely we'll have to keep an eye on that there, because that storm's basically coming right up toward his area. Where he's at. And then we still have this storm here east of Fort Smith, Arkansas as well. That it's basically right here in this notch. Yeah, it's right just east of Lavaca now, it looks like. Maybe just north of Lavaca. Somewhere in here. Let me look at the reflectivity. There might actually be two little circulations on this Lavaca one now. Looks like there's a circulation kind of right up in this area here. That's actually basically west of Beverly. And then a secondary circulation almost here, kind of on the east side of Lavaca a little bit. So,
See that one. Yeah.
kind of right in there. And when you look at the reflectivity, well,
Kind of hard to tell, but yeah.
yeah.
So are they calling the Tor R for this thing up here or for this one near Lavaca?
The further northern one. It was the one up here in northwest Arkansas that Cody Hudson's on. Up here near Huntsville, Arkansas. They're on 412, the one that we've been tracking on 412.
Gotcha. That's going to be right near Alabama and old Alabama.
All right, yeah. Keep an eye on that, Rob. I'm going to keep an eye on this one up here that's in the Festus, Missouri area. Here south of St. Louis. Because that one is... that's going to come possibly close to Festus. That area.
Yeah, copy that. Yeah, this is going to come right in between. Oh, looks like it just went through the north side of Alabama.
Oh, yeah. There it is. You're right.
I said in between, but I was close. I mean...
So it's now north of Highway 412? Is that Highway 412? Yes. Yeah. So
yes,
it did cross.
So Alabama just took a direct hit, unfortunately. Right by the fire station, it looks like. I'm very unfortunate, so... Hopefully they took shelter right there.
I'm keeping an eye on this one up here near Festus. It's hard to really get a clear picture, but I think that it's basically just east of. This is the same. I'm keeping an eye on the St. Louis one, Rob. I think it's basically right in this area because that's kind of where the notch is. Let me flip this over. So that's the velocity there, kind of northwest of Olympian Village. When you look at the reflectivity, here's your notch. So your tornado likely would be sitting right in that area. Not seeing any significant CC drop in that area, but overall, when I'm looking out at that storm, that is an area. So again, this storm's not moving very fast, only moving about 20, 25 miles per hour. So, yeah, sometimes playing it back like that really, really helps there, Rob. Like
Yeah.
you're doing on that storm. I'm going to do the same thing with this guy here. Yeah, this one's kind of still just drifting off to the north.
See how this one had like a handoff? It went north like right at the last second, so it took a northern turn. This one that's in Arkansas,
Yeah.
right there, like a north.
Yeah, I see that. Yeah, it took that jog north.
Now it's gonna be right near Alabama. So if the next city I would watch is Middleton and Rudd. These two cities need to keep an eye on this for sure if it's still on the ground, which it looks like it could be from the CC. It's kind of oh look at that, right there east of Alabama now. If it was on the ground.
Yeah. Let me
So,
come
like I
back
said-
down to that storm there that you're looking at here. I'm gonna flip over to we've got these two different clusters here that you can see here, kind of here. So here's this Huntsville storm that we're keeping an eye on, and then we've got this storm here around Lavaca as well. So these are 2 tornado warnings. Let's take a look here at this Huntsville one again. Yeah, the rotation on it's broadened out a little bit, just east of Huntsville, which is the good news on that. But still seeing a little bit of a CC drop on that. Basically, right like you were saying earlier, right around Old Alabama, kind of in that area.
I see that now.
Rob, do you have WeatherWise Plus or no?
I do not.
Oh, that's why mine looks different than yours because I have WeatherWise Plus. So I have.
New scan.
Yeah. I was wondering why I forgot to. I turned on y'all mode on WeatherWise. It's actually pretty cool.
Yeah, I don't know what that is. That sounds pretty cool.
Yeah.
Oh, is it this thing right here?
Yep.
Gotcha. Okay. I have to get the plus version.
It's worth it, dude. I would definitely do it. It's like $5 a month or something like that.
Oh, that's even better.
Yeah, I love it. I will gladly promote WeatherWise. If y'all are looking for a radar, go get WeatherWise.
Best.
It is really.
It's free. It's free to use. You know?
Yeah, it's free to use. They do have a paid version. To me, the paid version's worth it. It's pretty cheap. It's like I said, it's like $5. I think they even have like where you could buy like a whole year of it.
It's pretty cool.
And it has like the Ryan Hall y'all mode, which is what I'm using here, where it has all the same color tables and everything that you see him use on his stream. So we can do the same thing now. So it's pretty great.
Awesome.
Has all of our storm chasers in it, and they're constantly updating it, adding products and
Take a look at this one.
lightning and all of that.
Yeah, this one's really broadened out a lot. And you can still see the hook right there.
New flash flood warning up there near Springfield, Missouri.
Alright.
So that's another highly populated area where we're seeing this all move through. Yep.
Let's see the 1 hour precipitation. It's not showing it. I probably have to click this radar here. Oh yeah, look at that. Show me how much rain they've gotten.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's right here. Wow, that's per hour. That's a lot of rain. That's 1.6, 1.5. Yeah, That's a lot of rain. Sure. I can see why they put out a flash flood warning for that area. Let's look at I'll look at Kansas City really fast. Oh, well, they haven't got rain in the last hour.
Well,
So
yeah, that's the last hour or so. But if you go like all day, then you'll see some more.
Oh yeah, look at that. 2 inches. Yeah, 2 inches of rain right there. And you got all this coming. That's wow.
Man,
look at that down there.
Yeah. Hey, Festus here is taking on just west of Festus. They are getting a hailstorm over here, man. Like this is
Wow, yeah, look at that.
is
VIL.
yeah, it's quite the little hailstorm there coming into Festus with that storm. That doesn't even match up. It's like the VIL's behind because likely right over Festus when you're looking at the reflectivity. See that bright purple core there?
Yeah.
Like, oof.
Not good.
That is intense.
Yeah.
So still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tornado warnings. Let's come back here to this guy here. Back south near Lavaca, see what's going on with him.
The one in Missouri?
That's the one down near Fort Smith, Arkansas, the furthermost southern one. Yeah, that guy.
There we go.
Yeah, that line definitely seems to be more linear. I'm not seeing quite as much notching on it as I was earlier. And when I'm looking at the velocity, still some rotation here, kind of south of Vesta is what it's looking like. In that area, maybe some.
Oh, yeah, right there.
Yeah.
Definitely a diversion couplet for sure.
Yeah, exactly. So that's that storm. Moving back north, keeping an eye on this area here east of Mountainburg. There's not a tornado warning on it right now, but I wouldn't be surprised if they do issue a tornado warning in that area potentially soon. New flash flood warning, though, just came out here, including the Fort Smith, Arkansas area. Massive flash flood warning. This is for Crawford County, Sebastian County, eastern Sequoia County, and northeastern Lafleur County, all there in Arkansas and Oklahoma. That's going till 11:15 Central Time. We've had 1-2 inches of rain and an additional 1-2 inches of rain possible in this area, so they went ahead and issued flash flood warning for those areas with flash flooding ongoing or expected to begin shortly across that area. Again, with these training thunderstorms that we have here now just on the east side of Fort Smith, they went ahead and issued that flash flood warning, and we'll see more of these, I'm sure.
That's a lot of rain. 1.7, 1.8 inches near like Fort Collins and Spiro. That's a lot of rain there for sure.
All right, we got a new tornado warning, Rob. New tornado warning here, southwest Missouri here, east of Springfield. This is for northeastern Webster County, northern Wright County there in southwest Missouri. That's going till 8:45 p.m. Central Daylight Time. So radar indicator rotation. Yep, another diversion couplet on that. So keep an eye on that little storm there right along, Highway 38 there.
That's what I call a teardrop couplet, because it has like that tear shape.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's right near Duncan. If you're in Duncan, you need to be in shelter for sure already, because that's already in Duncan probably by now.
Yeah, I think it's just on the northern side of Duncan. But yeah, it's basically right over Duncan. Basically right over top.
Look at that little area right there. Oh, you can really see it.
Yeah.
So that's going to be heading toward Loring, Boyer, these areas here on Highway F or Street F.
And that is definitely likely rain wrapped as well. Looking at the reflectivity on that,
Confirmed on the board. No.
it is not. It's just radar indicator rotation. Looking at the velocities, it's still broad, but
That's very broad.
yeah.
It's got the look. It's
But
got the look of an embedded tornado.
Yeah. So we've got that tornado warning. Let's see here. Looks like this one that was up here north has dropped off. So that's good. Still keeping an eye on this one south of St. Louis. So we've got one south of St. Louis, we've got one east of Springfield, and we still have two here in northwest Arkansas. Let's check in with our storm chaser Nick Smigo down here in Texas real quick, because he's on this storm. So let's see what he's on this severe thunderstorm warning here. Oh, look at that.
Wow. Gainesville, Oak Ridge, Whitesboro, all these areas are getting just a bunch of rain and storms.
Yeah.
Hail. But a lot of hail, too.
A little bit of a shelf cloud, it looks like, on the right side of his stream there.
Herman's getting it right now, too. See the precipitation here. Honestly, more north than I was thinking. Yep. There's that. It's just going to be a very long night for a lot of folks, unfortunately, you know.
Yeah, and the other thing is too, Rob, is that obviously some of these storms here have been flying at 60 miles per hour or faster even.
Yep, that's true.
I mean, even that one tornado warning earlier was moving at 85 miles an hour.
Got a new mesoscale discussion, Joey, by the way.
All right, what do we got?
Parts of northwest Arkansas, severe threat for tornado watch 27 continues. The risk for tornadoes possibly strong from portions of the Fort Smith area, as this damaging winds and strong tornadoes spread eastward across ports of northwest Arkansas. So the watch continues, and tornadoes and strong winds are still possible in the areas of Fort Smith, Arkansas, and Russellville.
10-4 on that. Tornado warning south of St. Louis has been trimmed back. So that is just for central Jefferson County. This is still radar indicator rotation. This is near Peevely, moving north at 25 miles per hour. So, yeah, it's kind of between Jarvis and Peevely, that storm there. So that's coming into the southern suburbs here, southwestern suburbs eventually here of St. Louis. Keep an eye on that storm.
Keep an eye on it, man, for sure.
Look at this. I'm going to switch over here. Look at this wide view of this map here, Rob. Give me a second. I mean, you can literally see all these flash flood warnings from basically Omaha all the way down to Texas. We even have these severe thunderstorm warnings back here in Kansas, west of Great Bend. I mean, these are some massive hail producers. Look at this storm here north of Bazine. There in central Kansas. I mean, that is a beast of a storm. I want to see what they're saying on this. That one, they say 1 inch. I mean, it's got to be bigger than that. It's only saying 1 inch, quarter size hail. That thing, that is putting out some massive raindrops.
Oh, look at that.
That's what I'm saying. They're only saying 1 inch hail. I mean, that's got to be bigger than one inch hail north of Bazine. looking at the DVZs and the vertically integrated liquid here. That's looks like it's some pretty big hail there. So, a couple storms out there as well. St. Joseph, Missouri, north of Kansas City in the northwest Kansas City suburbs. Also getting in on this line of storms here that's really moving through, bringing with it, I'm sure, 60, 70 mile per hour winds. Even a tornado possible tag. They put a tornado possible tag on this severe thunderstorm warning. This is for southeastern Doniphan County, Buchanan County, western Clinton County, northwestern Clay County, southeastern Holt County there in Missouri, south central Nottoway County, northern Platte County, Andrew County, southwestern DeKalb County. That's going till 9 p.m. Central Time. This line of storms is moving east at 35 miles per hour, and they do again have that tornado possible tag. Could easily get a brief spin-up tornado really anywhere along this line. Looks like just west of St. Joseph, honestly, is where I'm seeing that little bit of rotation there. Another secondary area here south of Lake Station that I'm seeing. So I can see why they have that tornado possible tag, because anywhere along this line, we could easily see a tornado. I think kind of here around Wathena. This is going to be right near St. Joseph. There might be a tornado trying to develop kind of in this area here, kind of between Wathena and St. Joseph. Unfortunately, my correlation coefficient's got a little range folding in there.
Look at this. Look at this little kink south of Lake Station.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's really two different areas there. Yeah, kind of south of Lake Station and around Wathena. Those are two areas that look pretty interesting. And then even down here further south, down south of Mock Corner, there's another little kink right there where you could potentially see something. So really when you're looking at this, there are multiple little kinks in this line of storms, and really anywhere within those kinks you can get those QLCS line embedded tornadoes that can develop. Yeah, thank you, Rob. Can you circle those again for everyone to see? So they're really, yeah, exactly. You can see there's really 4 different areas there along that line, yeah, where we're seeing those kinks in the velocity, and that is showing us that we've got those rapid changing winds, which can put out those QLCS tornadoes. And the danger with these QLCS tornadoes is oftentimes they happen so quick they can even happen in between radar scans themselves. So no tornado warning ever gets issued because they're so brief and fast. But that's why, again, although this is not a tornado warning, treat it like it is a tornado warning. They do have that tornado possible tag on this severe thunderstorm warning for that reason, for that very reason. So if you live in these areas here along this line, be seeking your safe space. This is including Interstate 29 between mile marker 22 and 71. So literally, I mean, we're talking 50 miles of with this line of storms here coming across. And speaking of, there it is, new tornado warning just issued in that area. So yeah, we do have a tornado warning. Again, radar indicator rotation on this here. Rob, what's that for? Go ahead and read that out, sir. Oh, another new tornado warning just out there. We got 2 of them on this line.
Central Buchanan County and northwest Missouri till 9. This will be near the St. Joseph Agency area. This will also include Interstate 29 between mile markers 39 and 49, and 229 between mile markers 0 and 5. What was the other one?
Just south of there, yep.
That was exactly what we were looking at. So this one's going to be for northeastern Platte County in Missouri. Severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado is located over Weston, moving east at 25. Radar indicated this will be including Dearborn, Camden Point, and Ridgely. This includes Interstate 29 between mile markers 25 and 30. So take cover now if you're in any of these 2 rotation areas that we're seeing here on this line.
Yeah, it's funny, like, because, you know, we haven't really had a whole lot out in this area, and, you know, we were just kind of going through the map, And then all of a sudden now we got 2 tornado warnings here in northwest Missouri on that line. Also, looks like the storm coming into St. Louis, that has now dropped. No warnings on that anymore, so that's good news. But we do have a new tornado warning here in northwest Arkansas coming into the Mountain Home area. That was issued while we were talking about all these other storms. This is for west central Marion County and Boone County there in north central Arkansas. That goes till 9. That's radar indicator rotation. That storm there continuing to move off to the east, northeast at about 55 miles per hour on that storm. So, and then we have this tornado warning here east of Fort Smith, Arkansas. Oh, man, this just east of Fort Smith. How's that one looking?
It's very close to the radar, so it's hard to tell.
It is.
But...
So this is for southeastern Crawford and northeastern Sebastian counties. That's expiring here now. Did they reissue on this? Tornado warning's been canceled. However, large hail and damaging wind threats remain. A severe thunderstorm warning remains in effect. Okay, so that warning expires. They have not reissued a new tornado warning for that storm east of Fort Smith. Doesn't mean that they won't, but so far they have not. I want to see what Nick Smigo's on. Wow, his storm's looking there on Gainesville. Just a lot of rain stuff. It's kind of interesting. Our storm chaser here, Nick Smigo, he's down here in Gainesville, Texas. Severe thunderstorm warning on this storm. Does have a little bit of a notch down here. He's on that southernmost storm there in Texas. And you can see he's there on the interstate. Trying to get back out ahead of it, and it looks like.
This one right here?
Yep. Yeah.
See something like that right there. Where is he? Is he near Lindsay or Gainesville, or where is he at?
He is just north of Gainesville on that interstate.
Probably a lot of chasers up here.
Well, if you, Rob, click your little 3 dots there. I mean, the 3 bars in the top left corner. And then click on Hascams. Check Hascams. Then you should see him. Yeah, turn on Hascams, and you should see his little icon.
There he is.
There, yeah. So that is our storm chaser, Nick Smigo, out there in Texas.
Daylight. Wow.
Yeah. Well, you have to remember, he's a lot further south than, say, up in, Missouri or something like that. He's all the way down here in Texas. So it stays daylight till, 9 p.m. out there probably. So 9:15, something like that.
Man, that's insane.
Yeah, you can even see that anvil on his stream there, kind of
yeah, right there
on the top. So that's pretty awesome.
Nice.
So let's come back, work our way back north. We do have these severe thunderstorm warnings here moving through southeast Oklahoma. Don't want to forget about those either. We're talking some 60 mile per hour winds, half dollar size hail. Sorry, I'm like half golf ball, half dollar. I'm just mixing all my words.
Yeah.
So we come up with new hail sizes here at Extreme Weather Videos.
Yes.
It's a half ball, It's a half golf ball. It's not a full golf ball. It's a half golf ball. Oh, man. So that's moving through the Choctaw, Clayton, Albion, Tallahena, Heavener area. This huge line of storms moving through. New tornado warning now east of Fort Smith. New tornado warning east of Fort Smith. This is for southern Franklin County. Southern Franklin County. There in Arkansas. This goes till 9 p.m. Central. This is radar indicator rotation on this storm. So still seeing some rotation here. This is going to be coming into the Altus Denning area over toward Coal Hill. So if you're in those areas, you need to be taking your tornado precautions at this time. Not seeing a ton of indicative rotation.
No, not a lot.
But there's enough there for them to go ahead and issue that tornado warning there around Ozark, Webster. I mean, a couple different areas really on that storm. We also have this storm still north of there that we're keeping. That's got that tornado warning. And then our tornado warnings up there. St. Louis, Missouri has now been placed under a severe thunderstorm warning for that storm that's moving in. St. Louis, this is for 60-mile-per-hour winds and ping-pong ball-size hail. So this is moving into the Sunset Hills, Kirkwood, Fenton, Valley Park, Parkdale, all those areas with that big storm moving through. So could be getting some ping pong ball size hail on that storm and 60-mile-per-hour winds as well. Let's take a look. Oh yeah, just east of northeast, kind of Sunset Hills over towards Sappington, Kirkwood, Shrewsbury. That storm's kind of moved through that area.
Joey, just a heads up, I gotta get off here at 10 o'clock. But
All right, 10-4.
yeah, it looks like a very large hail near this Kirkwood area. So if you're near Kirkwood, definitely make sure if you're driving, you're being careful because that can ping pong ball can be very dangerous.
Yeah, that can do some damage. So, I mean, Rob, overall, what's your perception of today so far?
It's definitely been, I think the moderate risk was spot on. I think that we've had numerous storms today, very messy, but definitely had some pretty good storms today, all the way from western Kansas all the way east into basically Tennessee now. So a lot of storms today, a lot of different, we even had some SVRs up in South Dakota, I believe, today.
And Minnesota. Yeah.
In Minnesota. Yeah, so storms all around everywhere in the central United States today.
Yeah, and this whole storm system will continue here through this evening. We'll see more storms approaching St. Louis overnight tonight, midnight to 1 a.m., and then getting into Little Rock as well, Conway. And then by tomorrow, we're going to have... Let's go over tomorrow's outlook, Rob, real quick, so folks know as well, because tomorrow we have a large area of an enhanced risk. Yeah, there you go. So you can see that we've got that enhanced risk there, really stretching all the way from Mississippi and Alabama, Northwest Georgia, all the way up pretty much the entire state of Tennessee and good portion of Kentucky.
Looks like that shifted north a little bit. That was south of Kentucky before, so yeah. Then we also have a slight risk surrounding that all the way from Louisiana all the way up to Illinois, Indiana, and then a marginal surrounding that from Illinois into the Carolinas all the way up to Illinois, almost to Iowa. Wow. A big area of enhanced. And then for day 3, it's got a marginal from Florida all the way up to the mid-Atlantic. So.
Yeah, so things will definitely quiet down. Severe weather-wise.
Tornadoes. Yeah. 10% hatched from central Mississippi all the way up into the middle Tennessee / Ohio valleys.
Which means that we could see EF2 or stronger tornadoes within that area. So even though it's only an enhanced, they do already have that 10% hatched area. So that is definitely concerning. This does include... Nashville, Tupelo, down to
Jackson,
Starksville, is it
Green,
Memphis?
Huntsville, yep.
London, Kentucky. Some of these same areas that have been hit. Bowling Green. All of those areas are included in that.
And for wind, I got this. Very high wind for portions of eastern Tennessee, northern Alabama, extreme northwestern Georgia, southeast Kentucky, and parts of Virginia.
Yeah, exactly. So major, major wind threat there for sure. I wouldn't be surprised. It could possibly. I wouldn't be surprised if they do introduce small area of a moderate. I think tomorrow could get upgraded to moderate again. I really do.
Think so too.
I think it may not be at the first outlook. I think it might be at the 2 p.m. outlook where it might get upgraded. We'll see.
Yeah.
They might upgrade it at the 8 a.m.
If I had to pick where the upgrade is going to be, I'd probably say like somewhere in this area, maybe a little.
Yeah, kind of like central Tennessee, south central Kentucky. Yeah.
Like this area right
maybe
here.
Even far northeast Mississippi even.
Yeah, somewhere in that area for sure. If I had to say, I'd probably say anywhere from Tupelo all the way up into like south of Bowling Green.
Yeah.
That's where I would put it. That would include Nashville, Columbia, Shelbyville, areas like that. But we'll see. Hopefully it doesn't get upgraded because we've had 2 days in a row of moderate yesterday and today. So can only hope, but we don't know.
Yeah, I mean the storm reports have been just insane.
This is the hail risk for tomorrow, all the way from Illinois, Indiana, all the way down to Louisiana, East Arkansas. So. Yeah. Let's look at the day 2. Let's look at the day 2 rainfall risk, actually. Okay.
Yeah, just a slight.
Yeah.
So that is the good news.
Yeah. What's not good news is they had a lot of rain in April, so we get a lot more rain in tomorrow's outlook. So we'll see what happens, man. Oh, look at all the rain here in day 2.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be a lot.
We even got flood watches for parts of Kentucky already, so that is definitely something to keep an eye on. We still have flood warnings here for parts of Mississippi River.
Yeah, all along the Mississippi River there. Those flood warnings.
All from the recent severe weather that's been starting in Texas in the last 2 weeks. That's where it's from.
Yeah, I mean, we just have had literally round after round, storm system after storm system with the... I mean, we were in that Omega block pattern for a while, but since we've gotten out of that pattern and now we're into a more consistent, typical pattern that we see for this time of year,
right?
That is bringing these storm systems coming out of Colorado, coming across the Central Plains.
Freeze warnings in Colorado.
Yeah.
Still weather in parts of the West where it's drier and things like that.
Yeah, we've got a lot going on. I mean, really looking at the big picture there, I mean, we've got stuff really from all the red flag warnings there to all of our flash flood warnings. I can't believe how many flash flood warnings we have today going on right now, from Nebraska all the way down to Texas. And then obviously all of our severe warnings as well.
I would not be surprised if we see a flash flood emergency sometime tomorrow.
Yeah, especially if we get some, like, I could even see, like, Kansas City, Missouri, potentially.
This area, definitely.
That area, because they've already had that first round. Now they're about to have this second round of storms, and it's not moving super fast.
Jefferson City's getting some
storms now. Yeah, Jefferson City's got those storms rolling through. I mean, this line here that's rolling through northwest Arkansas really has congealed and become a big old QLCS line. The good news is with all this is our tornado threat is diminishing. At least our discrete storm, supercell, tornado threats diminishing, we're still going to have these line-embedded tornadoes possible through the evening tonight. But a lot of we're really just down to these last 2 tornado warnings, which are set to expire here shortly. That one expires in about 15 minutes down here near Ozark. And then the one up here north of Kansas City, that one also expires in about 15 minutes. So that's the good news here, Rob, is that we're seeing that. Speaking of tornado warnings, we got a new tornado warning over here near Viburnum. This is for southern Washington County and northwestern Iron County there in southeast Missouri. That's radar indicator rotation. So, yeah, seeing a little bit of rotation here on that storm, kind of the Bell Mountain Wilderness, kind of southeast of Viburnum. So keep an eye on that storm. Headed up toward Maxwell's Mill and Hortontown, kind of right here along Highway P in that area here, and kind of a bit more rural Missouri. All right, go ahead, Rob.
I just wanted to show you really fast what this line looks like. So this is the infrared with the radar in front of it, the composite radar. So as you can see, all the way here from Texas, all the way up into almost Iowa into Minnesota, you have this squall line that just has flooding, wind, tornadoes, even like these smaller segments here up in Kansas and Iowa and Missouri. Just so much severe weather tonight, man. So much.
That's a great view there, Rob, because a lot of our viewers maybe not be super familiar with, seeing all this. And I know on your forecast videos, guys, if you haven't subscribed to our channel, be sure to subscribe to the channel. If you're watching on Facebook Live now or later, hit that like button, like our page. Rob does a great job here at Extreme Weather Videos, posting forecast discussion videos over on our YouTube channel, kind of breaking down what we're looking at for the next couple of days. And then obviously we're doing live streams like we are tonight here when we can, to kind of keep you guys updated on ongoing severe weather and different things like that's going on. And I'm, you know what else, Rob, that we have coming up here in literally less than 2 weeks now is the official start to hurricane season. So I'm sure we're going to be having a lot of live coverage of hurricanes. We'll have a lot of forecast videos as well. With that to be posting. So, severe weather season's in full bloom right now, and hurricane season is about to kick off here. So this is that time of year, really, as we transition from May into June, where we really can have both going on simultaneously. We can have the tropical systems as well as the severe systems.
That's correct.
So, I mean, we've got a lot of activity going on here these next couple days. So,
yeah, it happens a lot, and usually with severe weather, because we have usually storms that come in, especially in July and August. I mean, most of the storms we have in Dixie Alley and Southeast is from the tropical stuff. It's not really, because you got to think about this. The low-level jet is usually positioned higher in the spring. Usually we'll get severe weather up in, Wisconsin, Minnesota, Dakotas. That's usually where you'll get your spring setups / severe weather setups.
Yep. So this tornado warning here looks like it's got a good little bit of rotation, trying to come back here kind of on the southwest side of Altus, south of Ozark. This is in northwest Arkansas, so looking a little bit better.
I have one more point to make also is not only do we have storm season going on in the northern plains and hurricane, but we have derecho season kicking off too in June and July and August.
Yeah, especially there in the northern plains. Like I'm sure many of us remember the Iowa derecho, from 4 years ago now?
August 10th of 2020. I remember it like it was yesterday. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. It was like 4 or 5 years ago. Couldn't remember if it was 2020 or 2021. But, yeah, definitely a lot going on here with all this.
Then
Let
you
me
just
turn
and
off.
then you just have and then you also just have, like the heat waves too. That's another big thing.
Yeah. I'm going to put this back
Well,
in motion here so you guys can kind of see what's happened today. That's another cool thing, Rob, with WeatherWise Plus. You actually get 100 frames. So you
ooh,
can actually
wow.
see, really the last few hours of how the storms have developed. So you can see we
I
had
like
these
that.
kind of develop here across Oklahoma, and now really, they're more individual, and then it's really now here, I'd say in the last hour or so, we have this well-defined line that's from southeast Oklahoma through northwest Missouri into northwest Arkansas into south central Missouri. So this whole line here is now really, really kind of come together here. And look at all the lightning. All these little
I
white
know
dots that you see, that's all lightning uh,
so
on
much of it.
on these storms. So pretty impressive when you look at that. And then you can see here as you come north, you can see there's this line here through the Topeka and Kansas City that's coming in. And then we've got this whole storm system earlier again from Columbia and Jefferson City back down south. And it comes all the way down here into northern Texas Oklahoma border. So quite the storm system that we have this evening. Uh,
Yeah.
a lot of warnings still out there, as you can see here as I kind of toggle them back on. Um, so, I mean, Kansas City all the way down to north of Dallas, really, this whole thing. Severe thunderstorms and just a couple of tornado warnings still out there. So, but Rob, I appreciate you hopping on the live stream with me tonight
Uh-huh.
and doing this with me. I will try and do another live stream hopefully tomorrow afternoon or evening as well. Um,
That's good.
but we're probably going to go ahead and wrap it up here for now with that.
One last thing I want to mention
Go
is
ahead.
check us out on the Discord. We post updates there. I posted a lot of stuff about the tornadoes we've seen this weekend on social media. So if you want to see that, we have that. We also have channels where you guys can chat with us and things like that. So check us out on there as well.
Yeah, for sure. I will. I'll drop an invite link for you guys if you're watching this back later. I'm going to drop an invite link here on the Facebook post as well as on the YouTube. I'll drop it in the comments below so you can connect with us over on Discord. So, but again, if you live in these areas, guys, I'm going to leave you guys with this. Make sure that you have a way to receive warnings. We say this every live stream. You need to have a NOAA weather radio. Like you think about, you have an alarm clock to wake you up in the morning. Well, a NOAA weather radio will wake you up in the middle of the night if you have a severe weather alert that is issued for your location in your area. So be sure to have a way to receive warnings. Have the notifications on your phone. Have your ringer on. Obviously social media and stuff like that, not always the greatest way to be able to get alerts. But make sure that you're staying safe out there because it's going to be a long night. This whole storm system is going to continue pushing off to the east overnight tonight. There's going to be, I'm sure, more tornado warnings overnight tonight, unfortunately, with that low-level jet continuing to increase. And I know there are, folks like Max Velocity, Ryan Hall, some others. They'll continue to be on here doing live streams, stuff like that. So be sure to check out their channels as well for more coverage. And we'll be back here tomorrow, hopefully, with another live stream here at Extreme Weather Videos. But Rod, thank you again for joining me and covering these storms with me. Appreciate it.
Well, you're very welcome, man. Everybody stay safe, have a good night, and make sure to check out the Discord and things like that. We have more severe weather tomorrow to go over, so just make sure you're prepared when you're get under a tornado watch or a warning or anything like that.
Sounds good. Thank you, guys. We will catch you guys tomorrow on the live stream. Be sure to subscribe. Have a great evening, guys. Stay safe out there and experience the extreme with all of us at Extreme Weather Videos.